Good evening. We continue with sefer kinnot, the introduction to sefer kinnot. We have actually 46 piutim that we are going to be discussing. 45 of them are the ones in the sefer, but one of them gets repeated at night and during the day. Written by Rabbi Israel Lashak. Kalir means comfort because he brought tremendous comfort to many generations. Who was Rabbi Israel Lashak? So machloikes in Toisfus, in Maseches Chagiga, and obviously the argument goes like this. One of them says that this is Rabbi Eliezer, the son of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and other people say no, he is the reincarnation of Rabbi Eliezer, the son of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who lived in the years 600, in the time of the Byzantine rule in the eastern part of the Roman Empire. He lived in the land of Eretz Israel, and at that time there was tremendous suffering in the land of Israel. It says the pagans had just converted to Christianity, and they had tremendous hatred for Judaism, and that's when Sanhedrin already was discontinued. There was no Kiddush al Chodesh. The settlements were dismantled. There was tremendous persecution in the land of Israel. Even what we know as the Talmud Yerushalmi, the Jerusalem Talmud, was not written at that time in Jerusalem. Everybody had to move to the Galil, to Tiberias, and that's where the famous Talmud Yerushalmi was written and finished, so to speak. And that's where this Rabbi Israel Lashak lived. He lived in tremendous persecution. This is where all these pagans had turned into Christianity, and they were very, very bad to the Jews. So in a way, he was going through the persecutions and the sufferings, and he sees that this is no different than the time of the destruction of the temple. So he writes all these piutim that we can understand the suffering in the land of Eretz Israel. His kinnot represent the present time, not just past times. He lived in very difficult times. The Ibn Ezra in Koheles is actually very critical of Rabbi Eliezer Lashak, and he says that whatever he writes in this piutim, you need to have a lot of svarim just to understand, and spend hundreds of hours just to try to understand any of his work. And the truth is that Rabbi Israel Lashak did it on purpose, because you were allowed to pray, but you were not allowed to learn Torah. So what did he do? He inserted a lot of Torah in his piutim. So we're just praying. But in his prayers, there was tremendous information. And that is exactly why the Ibn Ezra felt there was something going on very strange over here in this piutim. And he says you need a lot of this form. This Rabbi Israel Lashak writes incredible explanations on what it means to lose the Bet HaMikdash.